I'm a pretty social person, and working from home all the time is quite isolating, so I felt lonely.
When it comes to working from home, Jamie Abbott and Simon Hum are on opposite sides of the fence.
I love working from home because it suits me, giving me more quality time with the kids. Pre-pandemic, I was going into the office in Melbourne, travelling for 2 hours a day, train and walking. It was really difficult to juggle my time.
For the single father of two, working from home has been a game changer.
Working from home's given me back that 2 hours. I can put the washing on. All that stuff that I normally would have done after work or on the weekends.
At first, Jamie shared Simon's enthusiasm.
I thought it was like being on holiday. I loved just being able to sleep in, roll up to work, which was my bedroom, with my Ugg boots and track pants on.
But after a few long weeks, the novelty wore off.
Oh yeah, are you doing some working, are you? My toddlers had no idea that Mummy was at work. All they could hear was my voice through the wall, and they would bang on the door in the middle of my client sessions. It felt like I was working 24/7. I had no disconnect from my house to my work.
Demographer Simon Kusin-Maha says it all boils down to the fact some people can merge their work and home life while others can't.
At the height of the lockdowns, about half of the workforce worked from home. The post-pandemic world will be probably somewhere in the 15 to 18% of the workforce at home on any given day.
A recent study of 1,177 employers showed 58% of employees work from home at least 1 day a week, well up from the 23% pre-pandemic. 34% of companies let their employees decide how many days to go into the office.
If I could have it my way, I would want every single person in the office every single day, but it's not about me.
Judy Sahay runs a media agency with 18 staff.
We did actually lose staff that didn't want to come back into the office because they wanted to work from home, and it became really hard to manage that. That was really challenging.
What happened during the pandemic is that we granted workers the right and the opportunity to work from home. And once a right has been granted, it is incredibly hard to take this back.
There have been suggestions that working from home could create a class divide between white-collar and blue-collar workers. There is no dispute that in many industries, from hospitality to construction, being on site is the only option.
The Australian class divide, the difference between rich and poor, has been widening over the last decades. This has nothing to do with working from home. It has to do with the kinds of jobs that we create. We created heaps of jobs that pay a lot of money. We created heaps of jobs that pay not so much money. And we took away the middle income jobs. We hollowed out the workforce. That means whether you work from home or not really doesn't change anything.
Whether or not we're seeing a class divide, the shortage of skilled labour has upended workplace relations.
As a business owner, I don't think the power is in your hands anymore. I think there's been a bit of a power shift. I think that employees do actually want certain things more than perhaps, 10 years ago.
Everyone is competing for a smaller pool of talent. That means wages go up. All of a sudden, those workers can cherry pick their jobs, their tasks. They can dictate company policies around where and how they want to work.
Simon and Jamie have already made their decisions.
Working from home is definitely the way I'd like to keep going. It gives me my time back, and it gives me a really, really good work-life balance.
I prefer to work from an office environment because I'm so much more productive. I now have real separation between home and the workplace, and I'm a better partner and I'm a better parent.
I was doing my radio show from home today, and the producers had to tell me to turn the dishwasher off because they couldn't hear the person I was interviewing. I didn't realise it had gone on to some super cycle.
Are you a fan of that? Do you like working from
Yeah,
home?
I don't mind it. I have a combination, so a couple of days in the office and a couple of days at home. I don't mind it at all, but I'm a social animal. I like to mix with people.
You are. The way you spoke about your leaf blower earlier, you are a social animal.
But I know so many people who just love it, particularly working mums who find that, all that time wasted in transport and all of the bits and pieces that go with getting to and from an office, it just gives them back both work time and home time.
And we don't want hollowed out cities with no people in them, do we?
Absolutely.